on the one hand, in my vision of a perfect world, all of the people in these healing professions would be allowed to be completely open and disclose what brought them to the work, and what their experience is with their family or their own illness. But I'm finding it's still just a very delicate process for when I choose to disclose and in what setting, and it's not something I'm going to go around the hospital as a chaplain, offering up. There are key moments where I feel like it's okay to let that come to the table, especially if it's going to be useful. But it's so delicate. And I don't know, I've seen situations where people come forward and disclose and later regret it because they feel very, very vulnerable afterwards, like following a mental health talk when everyone's feeling like, yeah, let's get rid of discrimination. And someone gets up and tells their story, and the next morning they go into the office and, we have to inch along and gradually move into, the next phase. And I feel like eventually it's not going to be as hard. We've made a lot of progress, but it's still something where I feel like there's a right time, and it's a very personal decision. I look at Kay Redfield Jamison, who's my hero, and I think she just went for it. And what an incredible gift to so many of us that she was willing to say, yeah, I am super qualified to be in this work, and bring her experience to the table, and have these institutions like Johns Hopkins just stand up alongside her and say, we support you. And that's how it should be. And I encourage that we take those risks in a way that is comfortable within our own individual lives. We don't have to tell the whole story, but I think we can slowly create that environment, or asking for time off. Wouldn't it be lovely if there was a day where everyone felt safe to say, I'm really struggling with depression. I need 3 weeks off, and have that be supported. We come to this work because we understand these illnesses for a reason, many of us, and that shouldn't have to be a secret.